Hi there, Erin Lee here of VancouverIslandPsychic.com, bringing you this week's weekly psychic reading. This is the weekly psychic reading for Monday, September the 1st to Sunday, September the 6th, 2014. And this week I'll be using Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels Oracle card deck to facilitate the reading. Also, at the end of the reading, at the end of the weekly reading, you'll have the opportunity to choose a crystal to represent the theme of the week for you this week. And your crystal choices are aquamarine, citrine, and carnelian. Again, that's aquamarine, citrine, and carnelian. Don't worry about remembering your crystal. I'll flash them again before we move on to the crystal portion of the reading. So let's get started. I'm going to give the cards a shuffle and we're going to ask our angels what messages they have for us for the coming week to help keep us balanced, healthy, centered, and strong, and moving forward in a positive way along our divine life path. So let's see. The first card is for Monday and Tuesday, and the message that comes up for us is Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. And the message that really comes through with this card is that there's a lot of emotional healing that we're going through at the beginning of the week on Monday and Tuesday. We're starting to see shifts in terms of going back to school, getting things back into alignment. September can be a time where there's a bit of chaos, and with that chaos there's a bit of emotional releasing and purging that we're going through. So just know Monday and Tuesday it's going to be really important for you to be as gentle with yourself as possible. Give yourself all of the things that you need on a basic necessity level. So make sure you're getting lots of sleep, lots of water, proper food and nutrition is important as well. And there's also encouragement here to be really compassionate with the people around you. Remember if you're experiencing a really difficult emotional time, it's quite possible that other people are going through the same thing as well. And so rather than lashing out, try to be as understanding and supportive of yourself and others as you possibly can be. And always, always, always call on your angels for help. Archangel Uriel is really here strongly with us this week, and he's wanting to help with any sort of emotional releasing that you're doing. So call on him for help. And also Michael and Raphael and anybody else that you feel guided to call on as well. But Uriel is definitely with us. Looking at the card for Wednesday and Thursday this week, we have Shanti, and she says, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So here's that card here. So again, kind of following on the heels of the emotional releasing that we saw on Monday and Tuesday, we're going into time of peace Wednesday and Thursday. So knowing rather that it's entirely possible that Wednesday and Thursday will be a little more chaotic than we're accustomed to. Again, kind of settling back into day-to-day routine. And so through Wednesday and Thursday, make sure that you're taking time to ground and center yourself to keep things as balanced as possible. It feels like what we're dealing with for the first half of the week overall, with the emotional releasing rather on Monday and Tuesday, and the need for peace that's coming up on Wednesday and Thursday, is that it feels like it could be a slightly more turbulent week than perhaps what we're accustomed to. And so just really making sure that you aren't trying to expand beyond what is comfortable for yourself. Don't take on too much, and make sure that you're really conscious and aware of what you're able to give right now, and so that you aren't putting yourself into a deficit. And always, always, always calling on your angels for help, love, and support as you're going through anything that you're experiencing. And you can also call on them when things are really good. So, don't allow that to kind of stand in your way. Looking at Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the message that's coming through for us is Akasha. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gift and divine mission. And so the message that's really coming through for us for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is, first of all, there's really becoming in touch with our spirituality and listening to the guidance that we're receiving. That's the first part. Then the second part is that we have an opportunity to be helping the people around us to take what we know, what we understand for ourselves, and to help and support somebody else. And you may be saying, like, I'm not an expert in what I know. I just just, know what I know. and so the message that's coming up here is that there's really an opportunity to be supporting each other at this time, and also to be really helping out and to be giving of ourselves. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is a great time to be giving back to your community in a variety of different ways, and it's also possible that you will be in a position where you're able to mentor somebody else as well. So there are a lot of opportunities that are coming up for us Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to be exploring and expanding, but in a way that is perhaps not directly related to something else that we've been working on. I hope that makes sense. Also, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you've been feeling the need to be putting yourself out there as a teacher, know that this card is coming up as a reassurance and an affirmation for you that yes, this is what you need to be doing, and please know that you have the resources necessary, particularly in having the knowledge and the experience to be in a position to be able to start sharing. So now is the time to start. All right, let's take a look at our crystals. So again, your crystal choices are aquamarine, citrine, and carnelian. So if you've chosen aquamarine for this week, the message that's coming up for you is Astara. And she says, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. So one of the things that I absolutely love about this card is there's so much looking up, there's forward movement, and she is actually touching the stars. She's touching the sky. And so it feels like anything that you've been working on, you're starting to realize, or pardon me, it's starting to come into reality. So it's no longer at an energetic level, but you're really starting to see things come together. And the message that's really coming up for you is around not compromising. Continue to push forward for what it is that you want, what you feel driven and empowered to do. And not to allow circumstances or naysayers or people around you who might be saying, no, you can't be doing this. This is really encouragement to be expressing yourself. The aquamarine crystal that you've chosen is a very expressive crystal as well. It's very much involved with creative expression of self and your own inner being and inner understanding. And so the encouragement here is also to make sure that you're expressing yourself this week in a positive and loving way. If you've chosen citrine for the week, the message that's coming up for you is Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. And I love that this card has come up with citrine. So first of all, if you've chosen citrine for the week, the message that's coming up for you is that any difficulties that you may have been experiencing on a physical or a material level are going to be starting to sort themselves out this week. So relax, let it go. Try not to become too involved in the drama of what may be happening around you. And it also is talking about your physical needs being met as well. So it might not be coming in the form of money, but support in other ways. So know that your physical needs are being taken care of this week. You're in a place of abundance. The citrine stone itself is very much a powerful manifester, and it also really helps with clearing out energy. So if you were drawn to citrine for this week, make sure you're doing energy clearings for yourself. Maybe holding and carrying a piece of citrine would also be beneficial for you. And if you have been experiencing any sort of financial lack, then have a little piece of citrine either in your pocket or in your wallet, or somewhere where you keep money, because that really helps to bring the flow of money and abundance into your life. So know that things are picking up on a financial level, or are continuing in a positive vein if things are already good for you. And if you've chosen citrine, it's a really great week. Looking at carnelian, if you've chosen carnelian for the week, the message, oops, I shouldn't put that down yet. The message that's coming up for you is Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. And one of the things that I love about this card is it's a very nurturing card, and it's a bringing forth of life. It's a bringing forth of new opportunities while being fully and completely supported and surrounded by the love and the nurturing energy of angels, God, Source, the divine, whatever your belief system may be. So know that whatever you've been working on, it's important to continue with that work, but doing it in a loving and gentle and nurturing kind of way. So whatever life purpose things that you've been working on or projects that you've been working on, there is the energy that's coming up for you to be moving forward with those, and to know that anything that's been in kind of the seedling phase is going to start coming to fruition and really bearing fruit, particularly if it's something that you're doing that is some sort of passion that you have. Carnelian is very much a crystal that's associated with the sacral chakra, which is all about passion, desire, what you're wanting. It's about creativity. And it's also popping in that if you have been trying to become pregnant, that this week is going to be a very fruitful week for you. So go and have fun. But if you're under the age of 18, don't tell your parents I said that. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me for this week's weekly psychic reading. If you enjoyed the reading and you want to catch next week's reading, make sure that you subscribe so you'll get the notification. Or if you'd like your own personalized reading, check out my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. There I offer personalized phone, Skype, email, and soon YouTube readings, as well as the in-person readings if you're in the Comox Valley on Vancouver Island. I'd like to wish you a fabulous week.